Hi, friends, and welcome to this week's edition of Tell Me a Story. My name is Miss Katie, and I'm happy to see you here today. We're going to be talking about us and our routines this week. Routines are something that we do often on the regular. These are things like getting up, going to bed, brushing our teeth, eating, getting dressed, and taking a bath. Let's see which one of these routines we'll see in our first story. This is the story of Dinny Dinosaur. It's written by Karen Beaumont and illustrated by Daniel Rude. Dinny is already up here on the board, ready to start our story. On a warm, sunny day in a prehistoric land, a dinosaur played in the mud and in the sand. Oh, look at that mud down there. Wow. Do you see all the splatters of mud all over Denny? He filled up his bucket. He dumped it on his head. Oh my goodness, Denny, you're a mess, his mama said. You're going to have to take a bath before you go to bed. Okay, we'll go ahead and put up Dinny Dinosaur's bathtub. There we go. Oh, he looks very cozy in that bathtub. Dirty Dinny Dinosaur splashed in the tub. Can y'all splash with me? Splash, splash, splash. He tried to wash his feet with a scrub-a-dub-dub. But silly Dinny Dinosaur, don't you know? You have to take your shoes off. Oh my goodness, Dinny tried to wash the shoes in the bathtub. That's so silly. So back in the tub you go, said Mama. Dirty Dinny Dinosaur splashed in the tub. He tried to wash his legs with a scrub-a-dub-dub. Silly Dinny Dinosaur, don't you know? You have to take your... What could he be forgetting? You have to take your pants off. Yep. So back in the tub you go. Dirty Dinny Dinosaur splashed in the tub. He tried to wash his tummy with a scrub-a-dub-dub. Silly Dinny Dinosaur, don't you know? You have to take your... What is it? We can see it on the board. It's yellow. It has a big mud splash on it. Yup. You have to take your shirt off. So back in the tub you go. Dirty Dinny Dinosaur splashed in the tub. He tried to wash his head with a scrub-a-dub-dub. What's on Dinny's head? Silly Dinny Dinosaur, don't you know? You have to take your hat off. So back in the tub you go. Finally, Mama Dinosaur checked him head to toe. She looked him up and down and all around. Oh no! You didn't wash behind your horns. You didn't scrub your back. There's soap still on your scales and your toenails are black. All right, let's help him scrub. We're going to go scrub, 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 scrub. Finally, don't you wiggle, all the suds will overflow. And little Dinny giggled 'cause it tickled him so. Look at Dinny. There's no more mud. So Mama read him stories, then sang him lullabies. Soon little Dinny Dinosaur was closing his eyes. I love you, my sweet Dinny, and I always will, she said. Then she hugged him and kissed him and tucked him into bed. Good night, my little dinosaur, said Mama with a sigh. And soon they both were deep in sleep beneath a starry sky. Wow, I have never seen such a dirty dinosaur before. Have you? If you have, please let me know because I would like to know where you saw a dinosaur. Stay tuned for our next activity, all about being tucked up in bed. This next song is called 10 in the Bed, and it's all about a little one who wants to have a very big bed all to themselves. I've got 10 people here in my bed to sing along. But before we start, I want to teach you some of the motions that you can do with me. You can keep your finger counts and show me how many people are in the bed. We're going to have a chance to roll over, and then you could even pretend, whoa, to fall out. Here we go. Here's all of our people. There were 10 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. How many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There were 9 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. How many are left now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There were 8 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. How many are left now? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There were 7 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. How many are left now, friends? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were 6 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. How many are left now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 5 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. Whoop! How many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. There were 4 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. How many are left now? 1, 2, 3. There were 3 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. How many are left now? 1, 2. There were 2 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. And the little one said, I've got the bed all to myself. The end. Wow, that was a really great counting rhyme, and I hope that you practiced along with me. Here comes our next book. One of my very favorite stories to use with preschoolers when talking about building a routine is The Very Hungry Caterpillar, written and illustrated by Eric Carle. This book is perfect for talking about routines because it includes eating, which we do 3 times a day, and it talks about the days of the week in order. This is important so that our preschoolers can learn the names of the days of the weeks, but also learn the order in which they come, so that when they get to school and have a schedule, they can follow it. In the light of the moon, on a leaf, lay a little caterpillar egg. One Sunday morning, the moon came down and the sun went up, And out of this teeny tiny egg popped, pop, a tiny caterpillar. The caterpillar was very tiny and also very hungry. So he started to look for some food. On Monday, the caterpillar ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. Can you show me still hungry by rubbing your stomach? Still hungry. On Tuesday, the caterpillar ate through two pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, the caterpillar ate through three plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, the caterpillar ate through four strawberries. 1, 2, 3, 4, Miss Katie. But the caterpillar was still hungry. And on Friday, here's the 5. The caterpillar ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. Wow, lots of beautiful colors here with our fruits. We have the bright red of an apple, yellow for our pears, purple for our plums, a different color red for the strawberries, and orange for our oranges. We're going to go ahead and put away all of these fine foods because it's time for Saturday. And on Saturday, the caterpillar ate through one piece of chocolate cake, one ice cream cone, one pickle, one slice of Swiss cheese. The caterpillar ate through a salami and a lollipop and a piece of cherry pie and a sausage, a cupcake, and one slice of watermelon. Wow, that is a lot of food for a caterpillar to eat. Let's count all the pieces of food that are up here on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pieces of food. That night, the very hungry caterpillar had a stomach ache. Wow. Putting all of this food in a little caterpillar's tummy, no wonder he had a stomach ache. The next day was Sunday again. The caterpillar ate through one nice green leaf, and after that, he felt much better. He wasn't very hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big, fat caterpillar. Wow. He built himself a small house called a cocoon, a chrysalis. He built it all around himself, and he stayed inside it for more than 2 weeks. So we saw Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll see all of those days again, all of those days again, and now it's 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon to eat his way out, and he became a beautiful butterfly. Wow. That is a really great story. I like when we can do things about nature because it's a great way for us to stay connected to our natural world. And a caterpillar changing to a butterfly is a life cycle, which is a great way to incorporate nature. Stay tuned for our next activity. Since we just read a story all about eating different kinds of food with the very hungry caterpillar, I thought we should talk about another routine that we do every day, twice a day. This one is brushing our teeth with our toothbrushes. This is important because the different foods that we eat need to get cleaned off our teeth so we can be very healthy. This is a rhyme written by my friend Catherine Roach, who's a children's librarian. It's called My Colorful Toothbrushes. I went to the store to buy a toothbrush. I looked at each one. I didn't want to rush. I know that brushing my teeth every day is an important way to stop tooth decay. So, I could use an orange one, an orange one, an orange one. I could use an orange one. A new toothbrush is so much fun. But maybe we want a different color toothbrush. We're going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3, and see if we can change the color of the toothbrush. Ready? 1, 2, 3. What color is our toothbrush now? Yep, it's yellow. I went to the store to buy a toothbrush. I looked at each one. I didn't want to rush. I know that brushing my teeth every day is an important way to stop tooth decay. So, I could use a yellow one, a yellow one, a yellow one. I could use a yellow one. A new toothbrush is so much fun. Ready? Let's change. 1, 2, 3. What color is our toothbrush now? You're right, it's pink. I went to the store to buy a toothbrush. I looked at each one. I didn't want to rush. I know that brushing my teeth every day is an important way to stop tooth decay. So, I could use a pink one, a pink one, a pink one. I could use a pink one. A new toothbrush is so much fun. Last color. This is the color of Miss Katie's real toothbrush. We're going to change. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It's blue. Great job. I went to the store to buy a toothbrush. I looked at each one. I didn't want to rush. I know that brushing my teeth every day is an important way to stop tooth decay. So, I could use a blue one, a blue one, a blue one. I could use a blue one. A new toothbrush is so much fun. I liked all the colors, so I bought every one. Having clean, healthy teeth is colorful fun. The end. I hope no matter what color your toothbrush is, that you brush your teeth every day. Our last story for today is called Froggy Gets Dressed. It was written by Jonathan London and illustrated by Frank Remkeiswich. This is the story of Froggy, who is a frog. And did you know that frogs hibernate during the winter? They sleep all winter long, and they don't get to play in the snow like so many of my friends out there. I wonder what would happen if Froggy ever noticed that it was snowing. It was cold. Froggy was asleep until all of a sudden he woke up and realized that it was snowing. He looked out the window. Snow! Snow! He sang. I want to play in the snow. But his mama came up right there and said, "Go back to sleep, Froggy. Don't you know? Frogs are supposed to sleep all winter long and wake up when the sun and spring are back." "No, no," cried Froggy. "I'm awake. I'm awake. I want to go out and play in the snow." So Froggy jumped out of bed and started to get dressed. This is something that we do every day. I wonder what kinds of things a frog will put on to go outside. Froggy put on his socks. Look at that. Sock 1 and sock 2. Froggy put on his jacket. And Froggy put on his scarf and ran outside, run, to go play in the snow. When all of a sudden, Froggy, cried his mom. What? Said Froggy. Did you forget to put something on? Said his mother. Froggy looked down at his clothes. What did Froggy forget? I know, said Froggy. I forgot my pants. So Froggy went inside and took off his jacket and scarf and pulled on his pants. He put back on his jacket and scarf and ran outside to play when all of a sudden, Froggy, called his mom. What? Said Froggy. Did you forget to put something on? Froggy looked down and realized he didn't have his boots on. So Froggy went back inside and pulled on his boots. He ran back outside to go play when all of a sudden, Froggy! What? Did you forget to put something on? Said his mother. Froggy looked down at his clothes and said, Whoops, I forgot to put on my shirt. So Froggy went back inside, took off his jacket and his scarf, put on his shirts, and put on his jacket and his scarf. And ran outside to play. Ooh, getting tired. Froggy! Called his mother. What? Did you forget to put something on? Froggy looked down. His fingers were feeling mighty cold. It was his mittens. So Froggy put on his mittens. Whoops! And put back on his coat and his scarf, which fell off. That was silly, Miss Katie. And ran outside to play. When his mother called, Froggy! What? Said Froggy. Did you forget to put something on? Froggy looked down and then remembered his head. He went back inside and took off his mittens so he could put his hat on and put his mittens back on. Oh, he was getting so tired. So he walked out to play in the snow when all of a sudden, Froggy! Called his mother. What? Said Froggy. Did you forget to put something on? Froggy looked down and looked all at his hands and his arms and his feet and his legs. Oh my goodness, what could be missing now, he thought. And his mama said, your underwear. Whoops, said Froggy. So Froggy took off his hat and he took off his mittens and scarf. And he took off his jacket and his shirt and his boots. And he took off his pants. And he pulled on his long underwear. And he pulled on his scarf. And he pulled on a mitten. And was so tired that he fell asleep on his bed. Oh my goodness. The end. Good night, Froggy. Wow. I did not know that you needed so many things when you're a frog to go outside in the winter. But I guess that makes sense because they don't have a fur coat like lots of animals that do go out in the winter. Stay tuned for one last activity that's going to talk about so many of the routines we've already talked about today. Our last song for today is going to incorporate so many of the routines and activities that we've already talked about. It's called the Goldfish Song, and it's by the Laurie Berkner Band. Goldfish, Miss Katie, what do goldfish have to do with our routines? Well, in this silly song, we're going to see goldfish try to do some of the things that we do very often. We're going to see them try to take a shower, get some exercise by riding a bike, and brushing their teeth. Let's learn all the motions together so that you'll be able to participate in the song. We're going to go swimming. Yep. Then we're going to get tired and take a nap. And when we wake up, we're going to wash ourselves, ride a bicycle, or brush our teeth. If you listen to what I'm singing while I play the ukulele, you'll be able to follow along. Here we go. Lots of little fish were sleeping on a rock in the bottom of the ocean. They lifted up their heads and they shook out their tails and they said, "Let's go swimming. Let's go swimming. Let's go swimming. Yeah, let's go swimming. Let's go swimming. Let's go swimming in the bottom of the ocean." Then the little fish got so very, very tired that they came back to the rock. They put down their heads and they put down their tails and they took a little nap. And when they woke up, they were a little bit dirty. So they took a shower and they washed their hair and they washed their ears and they washed their tummies and they washed their very, very fishy beards and they washed their nose and they washed their toes. And then they said, "Wait a minute, we're fish. We don't take showers. What do fish do? Let's go swimming, let's go swimming. Yeah, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming in the bottom of the ocean." Then the little fish got so very, very tired that they came back to the rock. And they put down their heads and they put down their tails and they took a little nap. And when they woke up, they decided to ride their bicycles. So they rode to the left and they rode to the right. They rode all day and they rode all night, 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 night. And they rode the hill and went faster still. And then they said, "Wait a minute, we're fish. We don't ride bicycles. What do they do? Let's go swimming, let's go swimming. Yeah, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming in the bottom of the ocean." And the little fish got so very, very tired that they came back to the rock. And they put down their heads and they put down their tails and they took a little nap. And when they woke up, they decided to brush their teeth. So they got their toothbrush and their toothpaste. They squeezed a little on. They really liked the taste. They put it in their mouth. They brushed north and south. And then they said, "Wait a minute, we're fish. We don't brush our teeth. Let's go swimming, let's go swimming. Yeah, let's go swimming, Great job, friends. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, friends. I hope that you enjoyed story time, and I hope to see you again next week. Our Tell Me a Stories are on Mondays at 10:30 a.m. Until then, happy learning, friends. Bye!